Good morning, Eternal. How are you doing, buddy? You're waging war with some new tech. What kind of new tech? Oh, the Shadow Cabinet. It's either really cool sounding or really bad sounding. Hey, Shadow. Finally got it to load. Welcome. Glad you could make it. You did a phone upgrade. Went from the LG G8X to the Samsung Galaxy S21 and got a Switch Lite while you were out. Oh, hey. I'm sorry that you had to move away from LG. I know we were talking once about how much Samsung sucks, but it's also kind of the only thing out there. No on-screen chat? What? What? You're right. Why's my on-screen chat suddenly not working? Yeah, you hope to heck that more actual competition comes to the Western phone market. This effective duopoly sucks. Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, that's what America's built on. One person owning all the things. Nope. Still not there. Why? Why you nowhere? I mean, see you there. You pop up here. What if I... save and redo thingamabob? Hello. Nope. Huh. Do other things work? Nope. Let's see. Only one version behind. Interesting. Nothing currently works. And I have no idea why. Huh. Well... it's not Streamlabs. I moved away from that horribly terrible and predatory company. No, I'm using Stream Elements, and I'm wondering if there's an update for OBS that maybe is keeping the add-ons from working properly. But I'm not sure. So we may just have to do this one without any of those. I mean, at least my webcam is there. Not that that would go away because of Stream Elements, but...
Step away, sir.
Yeah, I don't know. That's really strange. Where even am I going right now? I think I'm going this way? Huh. Yeah, I don't know why it's not working. I'm gonna have to update OBS, I guess, when I'm done. Or before tomorrow, at least. God, I wish I were working from home so I could actually do that. Oh, look! Oh, no, that's just someone coughing.
I cannot enter.
Thought it was gonna be like, oh look, it's a vampire sign. Wait, how did I get into West End before? I feel like it was right through there. Huh. Maybe I've never been that far? I don't know. Oh, yeah, we were on this bridge once before. This is where people got shot, and that lady was throwing up a lot. It was awful. So, how are you guys doing today? It's a good thing I'm so used to reading chat out anyway. It's gonna be like nothing ever changed. Ooh.
It's locked.
Dang it. Got your anti-vampire pepperoni. I don't know what anti-vampire pepperoni is, right, but I want some. Is it garlic pepperoni? You got garlic pepperoni? You eating like a charcuterie board or something? Mmm. I love me some meat and cheese. Oh, it's Whitechapel over here. Finally. Oh, that weird pepperoni cross looking thing, yeah. All right. Fair enough.
The West End. Never have I felt so sad to be back home.
Hmm. Yeah, me too, buddy. Guess I'll go over here and try to get this, the hideout? Oh god, this guy's level 29? Oh. But in other news, you're pretty much off the pain meds now. Well, that's great. Healing up all right? How's the bruising? Bruising going down? I'm positively flummoxed that they have put me up against level 29 people. That is bonkers to me. You're just itchy. Yeah, that's what healing will do to you.
I'll kill it!
You can't scratch, because if you do, then you're just gonna end up reopening something. It's like when I got my wisdom teeth taken out. God, that was awful. Couldn't sneeze, couldn't cough, for fear that I would undo the sutures or give myself a dry socket. Oh God, I can finally kill her. Ow. Ow again. Ow, okay, yep. You're the big dog. Oh, why did she explode? I think it was the type of skulls that she was. I think I looked at her yesterday, but I forgot to look at her today. See what she was. She was like a special type. Okay. I don't know what that noise was, but something just dinged. A rogue skull.
It's locked.
It's locked. Boomer. Here's a boomer. Here, smoker. Oh, Charlotte Ashbury.
The Ascalon Club. The heart of British vampire society. Not quite as subtle as I expected.
Hey, lady, your mom and I are in love.
Good evening, miss.
Oh my God.
Oh, that was my alt dinging.
Please,
Gotcha.
Mr. Vampire, don't kill me. Please, no. I'm too young to die. I still have so much to offer this world.
Wait, no. Why do you think I would... What?
Don't worry, Dr. Reed. I know you
What?
wouldn't harm
What?
me. Mother told me you were in this part of town and might drop by.
Your mother?
My name is Charlotte, sir. Charlotte Ashbury. My mother taught me long ago how to recognize the signs that betray a vampire.
I understand she also taught you how to tease and gently mock innocent young Econs. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Charlotte.
I guess I like her too? She's healthy. All right. Oh God. Oh, she's adopted. That makes a lot more sense.
What do you think about this part of town?
I was raised here, and I suppose it feels like home. You grew up in this part of town too, did you not?
Yes, I was born a few streets away.
A small world, is it not?
Milky white eyes, pale
Did you
veiny
ever
complexion,
imagine that my mother
extremely
was your
sharp
neighbor all that
canines.
time? That you could have met her in a dark alley at night?
You won't trick me twice, young lady. We both know Lady Ashbury never hunts or attacks prey at random.
Come on, Doctor. Don't tell me you never thought about that possibility. Her fangs on your neck. Oh, are you blushing, Dr. Reed?
Maybe a little.
Is there something that's bothering you?
Too much selfishness
case,
and
blood red
individualism
eyes.
for my taste.
Yeah, I'm
Even
pretty
when
good.
there was no epidemic.
Even if that's partly true, may I remind you that many charitable institutions are financed by the selfish and filthy rich.
I suppose you're right. But society must reform and renew itself, or we are all done for.
Right, I forgot that goes through the desktop. You got through it, sue it, and sue it, because I gave you a second one.
What are you doing out here?
You mean what do I do outside at night since I am a woman?
She is very
Let me
direct.
ask you a question, sir. Would you ask the same question of a man?
Actually, yes. I ask the same question to everyone who dares to go outside at night, considering the risks.
Well, if you must know, I campaign for the right to vote for all women. Why should I wait to the age of 30 years when men can vote at 21?
That's a fair point.
Are you a suffragette, then?
Shadow, I
Oh,
can't wait
you
for you
really
to kill
are,
her and
Elizabeth's
see
girl.
what Elizabeth
Without a
thinks
doubt.
about it.
All adult women have
Also,
the
how
right
you
to
doing,
vote in
Waddles?
the US, in New Zealand, and in Australia. But women here can't vote unless they are property owners.
No need to convince me, Miss Charlotte. I have shared your opinion for a long time, even before I met Emmeline Pankhurst.
Really? Oh. Now I see why my mother appreciates you so much. Too bad there aren't more men like you in the vicinity.
She's secretly the new leader of the Guard of Prewin. I would kill her so fast. You woke up today and chose suffering by playing Demon Souls. Sounds like you woke up the right way today. I still haven't
How
played
are the
Demon Souls, but I
locals
want to.
reacting
How is
your
it?
claims?
People here can't wait for a wall to be built to isolate the West End from the rest of town. That's how progressive they are. If this happens, Emily and I will blow it up.
Explosives are very dangerous, young lady. And who is this Emily?
She is my best friend, and a suffragette too.
And my lover.
She was supposed to campaign with me tonight, but hasn't turned up.
Have you any reason to be worried about her?
Recently, Emily started to believe in... well, she got interested in vampires. I'm afraid she might be in trouble.
Let me guess. You spoke to her about us, didn't you? Despite your mother's warning. I think I should try to find your friend.
Oh,
That would be top-notch.
this is all your
I can
fault.
tell you where she might have gone. You have my thanks, Dr. Reed. And please, don't tell my mother.
Oh, I will tell your mom. I will tell her immediately.
Tell me about your adoption.
What do you want to know?
It's so good you've restarted like 4 times trying different things before finally settling on one. Dang. I think I remember when you started playing and you were really indecisive about what class to go with. What did you end up settling on?
Who are your real parents?
Elizabeth Ashbury is my real mother. She raised me and has taken care of me all my life. I have no idea who my progenitors are or were.
Do you live with her?
I still spend a lot of time in my mother's mansion, but I have my own house now. I have a life to live, you see? And one day, I'll have my death to face.
Still salty about that. Also, to answer your way earlier question, still a lot of bruising. You honestly haven't even gotten a good look at it, mostly because you don't want to.
How
That's
did you
fair.
meet Lady Ashby?
I hope it heals
First, I was
quickly.
an orphan
Don't forget to
from the
massage the
institution
area.
for
It
girls
helps
she
the blood
manages
flow.
in the West End. When I was 10, she adopted me, and I have lived with her ever since.
Did you know she was a vampire when she picked you?
The correct word is Econ, Doctor. And no, I had no idea why my mother only showed up at night. She told me everything when I turned 16, though I suspected the truth for a long time before that.
Interesting. Technically, the last restart was because you really wanted to try and kill the tutorial boss. Oh. Did you kill him? Were you successful?
What exactly has your mother told you about me?
Your name and profession, obviously.
Gently massage it.
the
I mean, I know it
mystery
was
about your
hernia
maker.
surgery and everything, but it'll help
I'm
with the
sorry
bruising.
to hear about what happened to your sister, sir. Mother says it was not your fault.
Does it not scare you to know what I am? What your mother is?
Why should it? My mother is the most compassionate woman. Must I be wary of her, Dr. Reed? Or you?
Of course not. You have nothing to fear from me, or your mother.
Good to know. And don't worry, my mother told me everything I need to know about vampire tricks, their nature as well as features.
Your mother is not like any other vampire I've met.
Considering
I
she's the
believe
only
she
one who
thinks
hasn't
the
really
same
tried
about
killing
you,
me.
Dr. Reed.
You're a temple knight. You also have a barbarian going full strength on it. Ooh, both of those sound interesting. So is barbarian just like full on, you know, damage and big heavy weapons, and a Temple Knight is like sword and board with some holy magic, or is it a different kind of temple? What are you doing? Nothing, Mom. I'm just massaging the area. It's good for blood flow. Shadow. It's true, though. Massaging bruises helps the blood disperse, and it makes the bruising go away quicker. And it helps it heal. You just got to be careful, especially with, like, incisions. But for bruises in general, it's usually good. You got it to half health, and then you did a stupid, and you got stuck and died. Ow. I hate it when I do a stupid in video games and get stuck and died. It's the most infuriating thing, because you're like, I could have avoided that, and I should have avoided that, but I did it dumb. That's right. Just restart again and go after him, right?
Do you know why Lady Ashbury chose you to become her daughter?
No, I don't. Each time I ask her that question, she smiles and says it's precisely because I dare to ask such questions.
Do you ever regret that she chose you?
Of course not. Though I often wonder if she adopted others before me. If so, where are they buried? How was it for them to pass through life with a never-aging mother?
Why do you still hope to become a vampire in spite of your mother's refusal?
It's the immortal aspect of vampires that interests me. The world won't improve unless women take charge. I'm convinced of that.
You're obviously a clever woman with a good education and a brilliant future. But have you thought about the price you'd have to pay? The loneliness, the necessary masquerade.
Is it not true of every high position? To change this world and make it a better place, one needs time on one's side.
But really, though, because of where the surgery was, there's a lot of bruising in some private areas. I understand. I do understand. It was just a suggestion. You got to take care of yourself. Actually, yeah, pretty spot on. Temple Knight starts with healing magic, while the Barbarian starts with high health and strength. Ah, we would have restarted and tried again, but there's no deleting characters? What? How do you get rid of characters you've created? You're going for a spear build with your knight. Ooh, that sounds fancy. Halberds were always a lot of fun in Dark Souls 1.
Your mother has refused to turn you into a vampire. Tell me more about it.
Each time we argue, Mother expresses the same fear. She wants me to remain alive and full of joy, rather than become melancholy and immortal. She claims you can't have one without the other. It's pure selfishness.
If you were playing Cards Against Humanity, you'd be like me after surgery, a bigger, blacker dick. Blacker, blue, and a little bit of yellow.
It's your mother's
Probably.
choice.
It's usually how bruises
As
go.
daughters
I guess
and
it's
sons,
purple.
we have to accept the decisions our parents make for us despite our own wishes.
I love my mother, and have accepted everything from her. Even that she named me Charlotte, when it was not my original name.
Does it bother you?
No. Whoever I was when I was born, I am now Charlotte Ashbury. It hurts as much as it makes me proud to know that's the name my mother will read on my tombstone.
Your mother has walked this earth for much longer than you or I. She is wise, and we should not ignore her advice when we disagree with it.
But why shouldn't I be allowed to forge my own experience? There can't be only one righteous way to deal with eternity.
Tell me, Charlotte, how do you plan to achieve eternal life, since you've obviously given it a lot of thought?
Heard there's
I
a
won't
fountain
give up.
for it.
You have no idea how determined I am, sir. I may contract a deadly disease. I may throw myself under a carriage just to be saved by her sweet kiss.
That's a disturbing answer, young lady. And the worst part of it is, I know you speak the truth.
There are less dangerous ways, Doctor. Instead of throwing myself under a horse like Emily Davison, I could just throw myself into your arms.
Are you hitting on me, lady? I don't know how to take that. You do love the halberd, but it kind of falls off later in the game. You believe to get rid of characters, you have to delete all the save data, which you already did. Oh, so there's no individual save data. You just got to get rid of the save data that's there. That's so silly. Turn her, be her vampire daddy. I will not. Not against her mother's wishes.
Be careful what you wish for, young lady. I could gaze at you right now and then take you to a shady corner and have my way with you. And leave your carcass to the rats.
You wouldn't dare. My mother would know. She'd never forgive you.
How could she suspect me? Do you know how many vampires are lurking in the city tonight as we speak? Vampires with a worse sense of humor than mine.
Oh, my God. For one second, I thought you actually... Excellent, Dr. Reed. Very convincing.
I bet it made you think twice.
Goodbye, Charlotte.
She's been quite busy these last few nights. I suspect you may see her before me.
Yep, that was my answer. I mean, I do want to create a vampire army, right?
Where shall I eat tonight?
Why not?
Good evening, sir.
It was pretty unfortunate
Please
because you had a
forgive me
screw-up
for
character
disturbing
from when you didn't
I'm
know
a
what you were
doctor.
doing.
I never judge a man by
That
his
is so
title,
silly.
but by his attitude. And you are not disturbing me at all. I am Calhoun Russell, and I welcome you.
Well, I must admit, it's good to receive a warm welcome for once. I'm Jonathan Reed.
Welcome, Dr. Reed. Welcome to my humble shop.
I'm pretty sure in the other games you can just delete the save file, right? Like it's a save
I
slot.
may have a look at your goods, Mr. Russell.
Ooh, tiny handhold parts. Buy 2 of those. I think his stuff is more expensive than everyone else's. I don't agree with you, Mr. Calhoun.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
How is the situation in this part of town?
Life is good and peaceful. We're lucky to live in such an era of progress and wonders.
Are you not concerned about the epidemic?
Oh, I'm sure the authorities would take the appropriate measure if the danger were that high.
You cannot expect the newspapers to expose the truth while the war is still raging. I can assure you that the situation here is desperate.
Well, that's news then. But I can't believe that things are that bad. Are you sure you're not exaggerating a bit? For the thrill of it?
Calhoun does not consider the seriousness and dangerousness of the epidemic. Oh boy, does that sound familiar?
What can you tell me
I
about
think you could, but they went
I
weird.
recently found the best steak and kidney pie in the city. I'd be glad to share the address if you want.
Sure.
Finding a good restaurant? Is that really all that interests you?
Oh, I have many passions, but nothing brings me ecstasy like subtle and exquisite flavors from my teeth to my belly.
Yeah, I can tell. You've got quite the belly. Crazy how different this area is from the Pembroke or Whitechapel. For sure. I mean, just the amount of people out, like, stuff definitely looks cleaner. There's still some dead bodies in the streets, but, you know, there's kind of a war raging that they're ignoring.
I must confess, I have quite specific tastes when it comes to nutrition.
Really? Well, I'm always happy to try new exotic meals. If you ever find an intriguing table, please share the address.
Is it not a little too late to be trading?
On the contrary, it is the perfect hour. Believe me, my friend, it is always at night that you meet the most fascinating characters.
You're not wrong.
But what about the epidemic? The bombs and raids? And all the random violence?
Please, sir, this is London, England. We will prevail. And if a bomb must fall on my shop, then I'll be there to hear it falling.
You bet this dude tastes good with his gourmand background, or he tastes awful because he's got all sorts of like health issues from eating too much. Like me personally would not I do not enjoy eating steak that have like a bunch of gristle and fat on them. I know that the fat can usually add flavor, but no thank you.
So you prefer to work at night?
Oh, I also enjoy a sunny day like everybody else. But the night always has a certain je ne sais quoi of its own.
Do you have any family nearby?
Not since my parents died. I'm London's lone gourmet.
Really? But you seem to be such a pleasant and sociable fellow.
I'm afraid the real hedonist has to be sometimes. I discovered ecstasy as a solitary pleasure, but it does not mean it can't ever be shared.
It's like in Hannibal how we fed his victims certain foods to sweeten the meat. Never saw it.
London's lone gourmet.
What kind of food? Pineapples?
Strange title.
I used that name in my early years when I was a food critic, and I kept it.
Goodbye, Mr. Russell. I'm sure you'll take care of yourself.
Support the equality between men and
Have you
women.
noticed anything suspicious recently?
Good evening, Miss Ashbury.
And good
Oh.
evening to you.
Goodbye.
She's been
I didn't realize she had just gone around like that.
Good evening, sir. May I have your attention, please?
Come on, Johnny. Don't you recognize your oldest friend?
Clarence. Clarence Crossley.
I certainly did
How
not.
are you? My God. So you survived the war too?
Acorns, certain
So
wines,
sorry,
other
I
stuff.
didn't recognize you
Weird.
at first.
I almost didn't
Acorns.
recognize you either. War does that to men, I heard. In my case, it was true, for I witnessed the horror that lies underneath.
Yeah, you got a migraine and I ain't got no migraine medicine, so we'll be back for you.
When did you escape the war and return to London?
You know what's funny? I almost never think about the war. Not anymore. I'm involved in another kind of battle now.
Vampires?
I know what you mean. I haven't had much time to think about the war either since my return.
Of course. With the epidemic, I bet you've been busy as well. Forgive me, Johnny, I didn't want to sound selfish.
Apparently it was some ancient thing they used to do for pigs or something, feeding them acorns. Interesting. Never heard of that, but I mean, I guess? I mean, wines I can see. We cook stuff in wine all the time. Wine, beer, all sorts of alcohol.
What is this new battle?
Well, I saw terrible things during the war. Horrors I thought I'd forget. They're here too. They're everywhere. Vampires.
Right. About that.
How is your wife, Venus?
We've spent so much time away from each other. And so many things have happened.
I will not eat my best
But you're
friend.
alive. You returned in
No.
one piece.
No
and you have
giggity.
a family. How many soldiers can say the same?
Believe me, it's not quite that simple. Unlike you, I'm not the man I used to be.
Is everything all right at home? Surely Venus was relieved to see you return from France in one piece.
Have you forgot what people are like in this part of town, Johnny? Venus fears for our family reputation. Now her husband has become the village idiot.
What a
You
dingle
need some
dog.
rest, Clarence. You should try to sleep.
That's heading away from it. I wonder if I can access the hideout from here. Oh, it's just straight up my house. I have a freaking mansion? Heck yeah. When did I get that? God, it pays to be a doctor. Oh, I was like, what is that squeaking noise? I have a butler?
Good evening, Avery.
Mr. Jonathan? I can't believe my own eyes. Oh, it's a miracle. We all thought you were... Oh, sir, your poor sister. What a tragedy.
I know, Avery.
Oh, this must be
I
my
know about
mama's
my sister's
house.
murder.
Miss Reed expected you to return to assist
makes
with
sense.
the funeral, right up until the last minute. Where have you been, Mr. Jonathan? We needed you here.
How is my mother?
Not well, I'm afraid, sir. Miss Reed is very fragile since the police brought her back home.
The police? What happened?
Miss Reed was found walking in the streets. She kept saying she had spoken with her son and daughter. She's resting now.
Has she received appropriate medical care?
I'm taking care of Miss Reed myself. Hospitals are so overwhelmed by the epidemic that they can only accept patients infected by influenza.
It reminds you of Red Dead 1, where you're used to all these rural dirt towns and you get to the city and there's electricity, paved roads, cars. I remember there being cars. Yeah, that's a good
Perhaps
comparison.
we could arrange a short trip. Somewhere sunny, like France. She has always been very fond of France. I think leaving London could do her good.
I'm afraid Miss Reed is too frail for the moment. Recently, she started going out at night without remembering it. I have to watch her carefully.
Right, yeah, not exactly the same, but in terms of like, you know, going from decrepit old parts of town to like, oh, well, here's the fancy place and a giant house.
What is the situation in this part of town?
For a time, the West End seemed spared by the epidemic. But the situation is getting much worse.
Have you no relatives anywhere? I'll understand if you want to take a few days to see family.
Your father managed to guarantee my earnings as long as I take care of this house, sir. My sisters are dead, and I've never met my nephews. I'll stay, sir.
I'm sorry I could not be here for Mary's funeral.
Your mother was strong, sir, but your support would have been appreciated. Apart from the priest and I, no one else attended your sister's funeral.
To be present at the funeral with you both was my dearest wish, Avery. But I am sorry, I simply could not attend.
I would not dare to question your absence, Mr. Jonathan. All I can say is that we missed you a great deal during these difficult days.
Avery, show me the Batcave.
Tell me the truth,
I love it,
Avery.
Shadow, that's funny.
Do you feel forced to stay here? Would you leave this house without the arrangement made by my father?
No, sir. I have nowhere else to go. And I promised your father I'd take care of his family as long as I lived.
This house is dead, Avery. There is a curse on this family. You really should consider leaving.
If only you could have been here sooner or more often.
I was at war.
Maybe this house would not be that empty. But you're here now, sir. So my task is not over.
You have served this family extremely well, Avery. Your support during these terrible times is much appreciated.
Then I will stay. All I ask is that you take care of my own funeral if I die before the end of the epidemic. No mass grave, please, sir.
You got it, buddy. You got it. Every good vampire does indeed need a bat cave, Shadow. You are correct.
Do you really think I don't take enough care of my mother, Avery?
Yes, I do, Mr. Jonathan.
You clearly have something more to say. Speak your mind, Avery.
I know you work hard to help the sick, but what will you do once the epidemic is over?
My home is here, and I have nowhere else to go. But this house will need some improvements if I move here. Some radical changes.
That's good news. Whatever changes you have in mind, I'm sure we will find an arrangement that suits your mother also.
Goodbye, Avery. Please
Those
watch
times
over
when we
my
just feel
mother
like hanging
until I
upside
return.
down and
Of
lurking in the
course, Mr.
dark.
Jonathan, but please return as
See
soon as
improvements.
possible.
Batcave. He just needs thicker curtains. That's all he's really missing.
Italy is a good idea.
All right. Do I have my own room? Can I? Oh, thank God. I can make stuff. All right. Where's migraine? Craft that. Can I upgrade? Can I upgrade this? I can upgrade this now. Upgrade that. Let's get some more stun on here. Oh, and I need... Okay, I need 3 more tiny handle parts to upgrade that again. Ooh, does that mean I could upgrade this to level 5 with... Ooh, I just need 2 more. And I can get this... Wow, that's a huge jump in damage. I think What's-His-Face had some good handle parts, so I should 100% go do that. What's a small key go to? Oh, to Aubrey Reed's office. Is that my mother's name? Aubrey? With all the slots in the menu, I wonder if there were really that many weapons. Yeah, I was wondering that same thing myself.
Mother, good evening.
Jonathan, is it you? Where have you been, my prodigal son?
I'm right here, Mother. I'm finally home.
Yes, for this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and
Oh no, her
now
name's Emmeline.
found. But where is your sister?
Who's Aubrey?
Where is Mary?
Mary? She is gone, Mother.
I know she's gone. The question is, when will she return as you have? I miss my grandson so much. It's been days since their last visit.
How you doing? She's healthy. And apparently real easy to take advantage of. Yikes. Let's not eat my mom.
Mother, do you know what's been going on in this area?
Not really. I don't go out much due to the epidemic, and when I do, I tend to get lost.
What do you mean you get lost? I hope you don't go outside
Vampire-induced
alone.
dementia. I think
Of
she's
course
just got
not.
regular dementia.
When I go out, your father always comes with me, but he leaves me there sometimes, and I have trouble finding the way back.
Pretty sure my dad's dead.
Have you returned to Whitechapel Cemetery since
Dementus.
Mary's funeral?
I never want to go back to that awful place. Wait. I think I went back once. And you were there too. And Mary? No, that can't be true.
It was just a bad dream, Mother.
A nightmare, yes. Mary was so angry. I walked back home alone. If that kind policeman had not called Avery from the station, I don't know what would have happened.
I mean, you're not wrong, considering what I did to Dorothea.
Tell me, Mother, how are you? All alone in this big house with only Avery to take care of you.
I'm sad most of the time. Sad that you have left me here alone. Sad that you don't tell me when you come or go.
I'm so sorry, Mother. It wasn't supposed to be like this. I was coming home. I was home. London, the Thames, and then it happened.
What happened, Johnny?
I was attacked, Mother. And I've not been the same
Turn her
since.
immortal
The
mommy.
important thing is that you finally returned
I think she would
home.
just die.
I was worried, you know. You were the last member of the family of whom I had no news. Even Mary comes more often than you.
Why do you say Mary is visiting you, Mother? You know that's impossible.
Why should it be? Are you not standing in front of me right now? Why should it be any different with your sister?
But I'm not dead, Mother. I'm really here, talking to you, trying not to cry.
Oh, it breaks my heart to have to tell you this.
What?
But of course you're dead, my darling boy.
What?
Just look at you, as pale as my Mary.
What?
But Mary really is dead, Mother.
Yes. And are you not dead too? Isn't your father dead? And my grandson, and my son-in-law, you're all gone. But you all still visit me from time to time.
What if my dad's a vampire? What if my dad's a vampire and he turned me? What if he's a really, really old vampire? Whoa!
Do you need anything, Mother? Can I help you?
I just want you to stay with me, Jonathan. Your room is ready. I asked Avery to make your bed.
I'll stay as long as I can, I promise. Do you need anything else?
Just one thing. Stop staring at me like that. As much as I love you, it breaks my heart to look at those empty and dead eyes.
Oof, ouch. God.
Are you working on a new painting?
Not recently. I have trouble focusing on my subject and my mind quickly drifts. It's the same thing when I try to write poetry.
I recently met a talented painter with an excellent technique. I wish you two could meet. I'm sure you'd like.
I was about to say, wait,
I'd be
who did I
glad
meet?
to meet her. What is her name? Is she famous? Is she dead too?
She's not famous, and her name is of no importance. And yes, she is also dead.
The important thing is, I hope you two get along. If she ever fancies meeting your mother, I'd be glad to welcome her into my home.
She might be more lucid than we think.
Do you think Avery is right? Do you think I should take better care of you?
I don't blame you, but you abandoned me, son. A mother should not survive her children. It's unbearable to know you're not here anymore.
I know I have failed you since I returned. I even watched you bury Mary from a distance. From now on, I will protect you. You have my word.
You don't have to apologize to me, Johnny. Do you think I did not notice how much you have changed?
Have I changed that much, Mother? Am I still your son?
You are still, and you'll always be. Despite your pale skin, your bloody eyes, and that echoing sadness in your voice.
My eyes are not bloody. For the record. One hint still locked.
Goodbye, Mother. Try to rest now.
Goodbye, son. Please come back soon.
Interesting. Alright, anything to loot over here? No? Nothing? Nothing? Okay, what's in here? Ooh. Used the key. The letter? Reed Mansion, 4th of April, 1908. This is from Aubrey. Oh, Aubrey is my dad's name. My dear and beloved John, you receive this letter, you will be 35, and I'll be long gone. I feel a little silly writing you this first letter that you won't read for a few years. I struggled for a long time about how best to write you this, until I remembered the puzzle and riddles I invented for you when you were a boy. Oh, how you loved to solve those enigmas. Well, I found it would be a good idea to propose to you one final game. It will probably be less rewarding. No candies or exotic treasures for you if you decipher the game this time. But a greater treasure, perhaps. The truth. This is my only attempt for you.
I'm not sure visiting Italy is a good idea this time of the year.
This is my only attempt for you to explain why I chose to leave my family without an explanation. If you want to know why, simply play my little game. It's really up to you, my son. Rest assured that I love you. I promise my family was, and still is, everything to me. I remember the first time I held you and your sister in my arms, my treasures, my jewels. To see you grow up, play, and laugh filled my heart with joy every time I went back to our home. I could have killed to protect you, my son, my daughter, my wife, but fate found me in the end, and I had to make a tough decision. The worst was to disappear without a word. I decided to do it anyway, and soon I'll be gone for good. I don't ask for forgiveness, but for understanding. If you want to know more, all you have to do is remember how happy we were back in those days. If you want to find the next message, think green grass and tall trees on sunny Sundays. From your affectionate father,
I
Aubrey.
remember Sunday walks in the park.
God, if I'm right about him being a vampire, I'm going to be ecstatic. All right, where's what's his face? You were healthy. Where's my old pal Clarence? That's his name.
Good evening, old chap.
I won't lie to you, Johnny. I'm not a well man.
Medical
Do you
checkup.
need medical assistance, Clarence?
It's a little late for visiting hours, don't you think?
Doctor's job is never done.
What can I say? I haven't lost my old habits.
I hope we're talking about the same habits, old friend.
Yeah, I'm wondering
You
the
need
same
some
thing.
rest,
I don't know how he
Clarence.
would have
You should
had
try to
children. Unless, like, somehow Avery was actually my father. I mean, I say that, but he is literally the owner of the quest. Okay, so there's a couple restaurants that I can go to for him. For her, it's just over there. Perfect. And his is over there. So let's do locate Emily. Because I feel like that'll be a little easier. This one? Nope. Oh, it's on the other side. I need to go around. Then, maybe he's the leader of the Brotherhood of St. Paul? I don't know. Maybe? That would be some perfect irony for your father to have been, or like the head of the Prywin or something.
Hello? Is anyone there?
Jonathan, is that you? I did not know you were back in London. Oh, my dear Johnny. I'm so sorry for your loss. Mary was such a sweetheart.
Thank you, Venus. May I come in?
I was going to bed, actually.
Okay.
Forgive me. With the epidemic, I tend to forget people are supposed to sleep at night.
I'll tell you what. Come back tomorrow for tea. I'll be glad to see you then.
Something tells me she was way too dressed up to have been going to bed. And I have a feeling... Oh? No, maybe there is no... Mr. Can I spy on her? Just like cleaning or something. Huh, alright. Was it this way? Alright, let's open this up. She was a sweetheart until I turned her into a murderous vampire. Maybe we leave that one out of the report. I wonder if I can't get up there until I can get into Venus's house. Because there doesn't seem to be a way for me to jump. Okay, so if that one's not gonna work, let's do... He had one around here, right? Oh, hello, random lady.
Good evening, miss.
I'm also very
Can I
interested
help
where the
you?
side quest goes.
I'm a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I am Karina Billow. I don't need any doctor. The rats. Where are the rats?
Oh, she's
Miss,
going into psychosis.
You don't seem well at all. Are you afraid of rats? Has one bitten you?
No, it's me who bites them. Tasty, juicy, disgusting rats. I can't stop eating them. Help me, please. Help me to disobey the voice.
Oh yeah, she going... But she's perfectly healthy. Okay.
What happened to you?
The rats. The answer hides in their little crunchy bones, their juicy, tiny brains.
Miss Billow, please, try to concentrate. Why do you worry about rats so much?
The voice in my head. He forces me to do so. Drink their blood, he said. Eat their flesh.
I bet one of the vampires did something
Do
to
you
her.
feel compelled to obey that voice, Miss Billow? Even if you're loath to submit to it?
Yes. Please. Help.
Johnny knows the crunch well. He sure do.
Tell me about the voice in
He
your head.
sure do.
Who is it? Can you describe it? Is it someone you know? Someone you met?
Keep your mouth shut, he said. Don't ever speak about me, or I'll abandon you. Help me, please, Doctor.
Speak about him, then. Brina only has incoherent speech when speaking about what happened to her. Yeah, tell me
What
about
is
the neighborhood.
local
What's going
news
on?
hereabouts, Miss Billow?
Shadows. Shadows hunting shadows. Whispers in the dark. Pestilence. Suffering. Death.
Okay, good to know.
Tell me about yourself, Miss Billow. What do you do for a living?
Oh, I'm hungry. Need to eat. Have you got something for me? Blood, perhaps? Can you give me blood, Dr. Reed?
Don't you remember who you are, miss? What you did for work?
I was strong, proud. I campaigned for good causes. But that was before. Before. It does not matter anymore. I'm so hungry.
Before what, woman?
I must
interesting.
go now. Goodbye, Miss Billow.
I kind of wish I could, just because I want to see her eat the rat, but also I feel like that's super, like, abusive. Oh snap! Is this the underground? Embankment sewers. Hey, this place has been sanitized. You know, guys, I bet we will find a really exceptional restaurant down here. Can I observe her? Maybe? I'll have to go back up and follow her path and see where she goes.
cannot enter.
Oh, I know where this is. Fascinating. I wonder if this is supposed to be like the quick travel system? Yeah, because now I can get around a whole lot more. Hey, Emmy. How's it going? Here's the thing. All right, lay it on me. I'm all ears. Gonna ignore what? What are we ignoring? You know what, Emmy? You picked the perfect day. Because apparently my stream elements overlays are broken and they are not showing any. They're not showing anything pop up. So I have literally no video proof of what just happened. I will say, though, it's good to see you, and welcome to the Squires. But I suppose we can ignore what just happened. That's one thing that's really easy to miss with this game unless you follow a character around all the time. You don't know whether they have hidden conversations, like Dr. Tippets. Did Dr. Tippets have a hidden conversation? I feel like I followed him and I didn't see one. What is a tale but forgotten mythicized history? By essence, vampires are related to the concept of immortality. They can be perceived as entities that live through centuries, thus becoming mythical figures themselves. But what about the concept of a tale so old it could become a myth amongst the vampires? I know it may sound vertiginous. That's a word. Vertiginous. But we know as scholars that the impossible is just an unexplained or undocumented event. For a few years now, I've tried to find traces of a figure rarely seen amongst the English immortals. The Horned Vampire. Ooh. Yep, 10,000% ignore. Look at, yeah, you are 100% absolutely perfect. There is absolutely nothing to ignore because there was nothing there. Oh, right, when he was injecting himself. I forgot about that. Yeah. Yeah, if I hadn't had to follow him for some reason, to get dirt on him because of the other doctor, yeah, never would have known. Never would have known. It's all right, Emmy. I promise I'm not, tabbing out of the video game and taking a screenshot of anything. You didn't hear that. That was not a noise that you heard? No. No. Let's see. Nope, definitely did not take a screenshot. No screenshots have been taken in any way, shape, or form. Horny vampires? Yeah, this game's all about horny vampires. The myth of the horned vampire. The Vampyr. Through the centuries, less than 10 occurrences of this figure can be found in the various documents gathered by our order. The figure of a man-shaped silhouette, sometimes made of blood, sometimes made of mist or rain, appears from Wales to Scotland only to immortals, who have no idea of what this thing could be. What is this creature with large deer antlers? Is it related in any way to the figure of Cernunnos? The ancestral horned god of the Celts? We don't know at all. But now think about this vampire. Or think about this. Vampires themselves have no idea of what this creature could be. Now that's a frightening idea. We may be in presence of something so old that only small hints of its existence can be found through eons. If it is true, we, as brothers of St. Paul, need to investigate this entity, for it could help us understand the forgotten origin of vampires. As a reminder, I add to this letter a transcription of the only written evidence we possess concerning the Horned Vampire. The odd poem entitled The Dreams of the Red Queen. Yeah, they're totally talking about my maker. Emmy, I don't know what you're talking about. What did I do? Supposedly composed by this entity. According to some vampire testimonies, this creature has sometimes been heard singing it while briefly appearing somewhere in Great Britain. I invite all of our brothers to study this text and consider it a testament of forgotten history. 12 Dreams. Oh. Hold on. Still tabbed out. Wow, this is a long song. Drinking at the Fountain of Knowledge. 12 dreams for the Red Queen under crown of stone, that she may linger longer with eyes kept closed. Elven thorns blooming from her troubled brow, awaiting the next harvest to be gleaned at brisk springs. 10 copper veins ripped from the belly of the earth, melted into tears flowing toward banished brothers. 9 glorious pyres on the scorched plain, to punish those whose hands were slow to obey. None of this rhymes. I genuinely do not know what I did. I have no clue what you're talking about, Emmy. Not a bit. Not a single inkling or iota of an idea. You'll have to spell it out for me. I'm a little dense. 8 voracious beasts born from 8 restless nights, their backs hardened by their race with the sun. 7 notes of warning in the summer sky, compelling child to shielded sheets of sleep. 6 watchers bent on the hunting trails, shadows of their spears trace the tired furrows. 5 houses to fall before song's end, then 5 more reborn from their blackened ashes. 4 nails piercing the flesh of the sinner, restlessly hung to the dark wood of his crimes. 3 books scribbled by pen of the dancer, who refuses to answer the call of the abyss. 2 giant rival snakes slither in ageless forest, coiled to the bones of mortals destined for the grave. 1 prayer for the summoned cattle, or for the summon called by the song, child born from darkness whose path he must find. Well, too bad you can't. It seems we are at an impasse here. You can't spell. I'm dense. Part of this are what Jonathan said in the very beginning intro scene. God, it's been so many hours since then, I would not have remembered that. I'm glad you started again recently and could tell me that, Shadow. Interesting. Interesting. I don't know what any of it means, and I feel like it's a puzzle that I need to solve, but I don't know what the puzzle would be. I don't know what it's asking of me.
It's locked, all right.
It's locked, all right. Oh, I can just straight up come in the back courtyard. All right. Kind of digging the music in this place. Doomsday. Thus speaking of the end times, when the beast shall rear its head. The true mark of the beast is actually a vampire biting your neck and fang holes. Where am I right now? Pretty close to the park, so we're gonna...
I cannot enter.
Pity. There's some rats down here, so does that mean there's a secret hideout for me? Oh, found the rats.
This is despicable.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, Johnny boy. I do not want to munch on rats. No, thank you. Please put the rat down. Jerk vampires are known as fang holes. What do I want to munch on? Ooh, me personally or specifically Jonathan? Louise, I'm sorry for what happened. Please come back to the city. Or please come back. The city is too dangerous for you to be outside at night. It won't happen again, I swear. If you don't want to speak to me anymore, at least let me know that you're fine.
Maybe there's
Dad.
a way to break into this house.
Louise Teasdale. I don't know, chopped rat with butter and spices sounds like it'd be a passable midnight snack. Eternal? You trouble me, sir. Father Whitaker? Wait, what about Father Whitaker? Ow. Stop it. Let me feed on you. Father Whitaker's gonna die? Yeah, I would like to feed on Father Whitaker. That's very true. I understand what you mean by Father Whitaker now. He is the one person of whose flesh I wish to dine upon this very horrid night. The terrible night for a curse. Chopped rat. Waddles? Waddles, please. God, that's a level 29 beast. Oh, thank you. I'll pass. You thought pork blood congee? Think like a cream soup but made of rice was alright? What? Wait. It's a cream soup but made of rice? Why is it called pork blood congee then? Or congee or... Dear God. I wasn't able to get my third smackaroo on him to stun him. That sucks. Because it had cubes of pork blood in it. Okay. I mean, did they just use it to, like, make it creamier? I feel like that's a thing I've heard. Like how usually the best type of broth is made from bones? Is Puking Lady still alive? No, I think I killed her. Nope, she's still alive. I did not kill her. Lower your defenses. God, you know what I could actually go for right now? I could go for some nachos. I would really love to make some nachos with this salsa verde pulled chicken that I made the other night. God, that sounds real good. It wasn't really mixed, and the overall taste was rather plain. Neither the blood nor the rice broth had much of any flavor to it. Wouldn't have it again, but you're just way too curious to not try it at least once. I mean, it's like what I say. I'll usually try anything once. Usually. There are some things that I will not try. But I did try escargot. I did give escargot a try. What was another weird thing that I gave a try? Snails are weird, man. You had some nachos a couple weeks ago at the ski hill. They were pretty good. Ooh. Oh. I forgot about these exploding people. 3 shillings. God, everyone... No one carries, like, any pocket change in this game. I feel like a beggar just, like, asking people to give me money at this point. You could post a nacho pic in the Discord? God, yes, please. Post nachos in the Discord. Encourage my bad behavior. God, I'm so glad I got... Oh, God. Keep forgetting about that. I was about to say, I'm so glad that I got my, my stamina upgraded, and then that happened. Lord heaven above. Oh, wait, I'm a vampire. I shouldn't be saying that. Let's track this one. Okay, so there's something around here that I need to discover. I'm gonna make sure this opens. Oh.
See them fancy clothes? This one's a tough, filthy piece of shit!
Feed me, Seymour. Perfect. Yeah, really the most terrifying thing has been that one skull so far. The level 29 one that was just like, hey, I'm here to ruin your day. Okay, where am I going? I feel like I've missed something. A trash can. I knew it. I missed the lead plate of the trash can. Oh. Boy. Yeah, not fond of that situation. That is not a situation I want to go to. Hello, doctor. I've a right case of the neck bites. Could you give me a hand? Feed me, Seymour. Feed me. Come on. Please come after me. Oh, good. Nope. Not dealing with that. Okay. Oh, Lord. Gonna feed on you too. Got any of the opium? You hear that fixes them right quick it does? Oh, I've got plenty of opium. In fact, this very moment, I have... Where's my opium? I have 59 opiums. Plenty of opium. Thank you, Shadow. Yeah, I'm rather proud of myself for having dispatched to them so easily. Please tell me I actually know what movie that's from. Waddles. Waddles. Do you find me an uncultured swine? Dost thou believeth I would not know what thine quoteth? Remember we had just come across a vampire that was draining blood from a distance? Oh yeah! Yeah, we did come across a couple of those, didn't we? Terrible guys. I killed them. Killed the whole lot of them. Yeah, so we found my mother, and talked to her, and we found a... Where's this blood go? We found a note from my papa, because apparently he suddenly left. I'm sorry, Mr. Shadow Ekon. Why are you all of a sudden here? Oh god, you're going to be a pain, aren't you? Oh god!
You cannot win this!
Ah, I was stuck in an attack animation and couldn't dodge. Reread his letter? He was just talking about, trees and stuff. But yeah, I'll reread it. No, but I know other people who haven't seen it. Oh, that's fair. Okay. Yeah, no, it's a Little Shop of Horrors. Wow, I got reset, I think, really far back? That's weird. Go. Green grass and tall trees on sunny Sundays. And then Reed just said, go to the park. I like having that control thing now. Being able to stun people and then just siphon them of blood is super handy. That's right. I didn't forget this time that you explode into weird green dust. Obviously, I gotta find the Reed Memorial Park bench. God, honestly, that would not one bit surprise me. Okay. Yep, and this guy's still here. Gonna be 35 seconds till that's ready again. Oh! Forgot he exploded. At least I keep all the loot that I've gathered. That's the convenient thing. Fun fact, my Lost Ark crashed when you picked your class and was having the quest explained to me, so when I logged back in, I was suddenly on a boat, no idea what the story is. Solid start. Fantastic. Did you actually get to pick your class? Because in the tutorial, which is the dumbest thing in my opinion, God, that's gonna kill me. Yep, there it is. You're a bard with teal hair. Nice. I picked a... Okay, so you picked... I think it's the wizard that turns into a bard. I picked the... like, the rogue type character. The assassin, I think, is what they were called. And in the tutorial quest is when you pick your subclass, which I think is the weirdest thing. Also, you're level 10 at the start? Yeah. Yeah, I feel like they definitely glazed over something. I feel like I'm definitely missing some kind of integral story or plot to the game. Mage, yeah, it's weird that you pick a subclass without playing the class. Yeah, it really was weird. That was one of my biggest complaint, or like one of the things that I really did not like about that tutorial is they didn't really teach you much of anything, and they're just like, hey, pick this thing before you can actually change it. I was like, shouldn't I get to learn to play my class a little bit before you go all, hey, this is your subclass or whatever? But I guess the subclass is technically just the class. I don't know, it's weird. Glazed quest. Do love a good glazed quest.
I'll send you.
You feel you're skipping the start where you acclimate to the mechanics? Like, they give you a bunch of powers to start with. Maybe I'll prefer having more than 2 powers to start. However, you think 6 is too many to start with? Agreed. 100% agreed. They really just kind of like throw you into the thick of it, which, like, on the one hand is kind of okay because you've got a lot of skills and you get to have fun with it. But on the other hand, really sucks because you're like, I don't know half of what I'm doing or why I'm doing it. None of this makes sense. It's definitely pretty. Also, they let you try out the subclass with all powers, then take away some of them. Feels inconsistent. Yeah. Yeah. Fortunately, and just so you know, you really didn't miss too much when it comes down to, like, setting or tutorial. You basically just get told you're, you know, super special and one of the only people who can save the world, and then you get put on this quest, so. Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one who thought that too. Giving you a weapon as soon as you start that's immediately better than whatever you just had. Yeah.
Look lively! It's on to us!
Makes no sense, but that's Asian MMOs for you. They do that a lot. I will say, I do appreciate that unlike other MMOs that just throw you, like, hundreds of different like, weapons and possible combinations and stuff, that they just only give you the stuff for your class. I really appreciate that. There's no wondering like, oh, is this going to be better for me? It's so easy to tell what's better for you. And I'm truly a big fan of that. Oh, really? Interesting. You think that'll be something you like coming from old school WoW? Yeah, for sure. I mean, I feel like WoW also, that one, or that combat, I don't know if it was that in particular person, but that combat gave me 15 experience. I honestly loved how WoW, at least Burning Crusade WoW, seemed to do stuff. It was also usually pretty easy to tell what was going to be better for you because they didn't have just a bunch of weird arbitrary numbers on them. At least into the later WoWs, or the earlier WoWs they did not. The later ones, I think they started doing that. But like playing in Burning Crusade, I never once kind of sat there and went, I wonder if this will be a better weapon. Basically, as long as it did more damage, it was a better weapon. And that's all I had to worry about. And it was lovely. But in so many other MMOs, it's like, here's a whole bunch of big and arbitrary numbers, and this thing that says it's better isn't actually better. WoW is at least kind of consistent, at least in the early days. Yeah, so 3 enemies at 5 each is 15, so enemy XP is always the same. Gotcha. You think Lich King was kind of peak WoW in terms of skill tree being in depth, but not as crazy as vanilla, while still not being super simplified like now where you just swap between subclasses? I still am not the biggest fan of Lich King and some of the changes that they did. Lich King's class tree was still pretty much the same as Burning Crusade in complexity. I didn't, except toward the end when they basically changed it to be like, you know, just select one thing and that's it. With like, I don't know, I enjoyed learning which skills to put more skill points into and having the ability to kind of like customize it and it still be rather viable. Whereas by the time you get to Wrath, it was just, you know, here's the meta. And then that's all anyone ever did was the meta. There was no fun customization to it. It was just select these, and then they simplified it even further. I really enjoyed Burning Crusade and just leveling up and doing my own thing. Like, I was still a very viable rogue when I played that game, even though I didn't do the meta and look up builds and stuff.
You feeble.
Also, depending if you wanted to be more PvP or PvE, you can pick skills for that. That, or if you wanted to be more dot or classic nukes, you can pick stuff to support that. Yeah, I feel like Burning Crusade had a lot more granular choice in the matter, whereas Wrath started to be a little bit more handholdy. I did like that they let you switch between specs. That was pretty good. I liked being able to have 2 different trees that I could switch between at any time. No, I haven't visited the Vampyr Club yet. I was kind of running around trying to look at some of these side quests. But these side quests are really non-linear. They're like, hey, search this area and look for stuff. But we're not going to give you a good way to truly identify what you're looking for. You just got to look around. Which I'm not the biggest fan of.
It's locked, all right.
It's locked, all right.
For Ascalon!
Oh. Hello.
No one can...
I genuinely don't remember if you could mix from trees in Lich King. I feel like you could, but I know for sure you could do that in Burning Crusade. Oh, that was dumb of me. I was clicking the wrong button. Unless it was a late update to Lich King, been so many years. It might have been a late update just before Cataclysm released, because I think Cataclysm was around the time that they changed skill trees, and Lich King was the last one that I played. But I think they changed it to where it wasn't a whole bunch of individual skill points in Lich King. I think they changed it to where it was like, you just picked the skill and you got it. There was no make this slightly better sort of deal. Which is what I really enjoyed, because it was like, oh, it's a tactical choice for me if I want to change, or if I want my sprint to be, you know, 15% faster or not.
Die! Your blood is now mine. No one can...
Oof. All right, let me feed on you, please. Oof.
Show me your...
Let me feed on you again.
Foolish Ekon.
Ow. You remember still being there because you remember doing math with your Death Knight on which talents to fully invest? Although, man, when those released at launch, they needed a lot of balance work. Oh, yeah. Death Knights were so overpowered. That was part of the fun of them, but God, they were so overpowered. They were absolute rogue killers in PvP. They made it really difficult to do anything in PvP.
Show me your...
Oh. You just killed a mini Cthulhu? Did you kill it in Demon Souls? Just walking around banning people with bloodworms? I don't remember bloodworms, but I do remember Death and Decay, I think is what it was. God, Death and Decay, man. Rogue's worst nightmare. It did definitely fit the lore when they launched because they were very powerful. Very, very powerful. A lot of fun to play.
Kneel, traitor!
Let's get this off right at the beginning. Oh, I'm sorry. Why do you get to do that to me?
Die!
How do you like it, huh? How do you like it? Ow. I don't like being backhanded.
Kneel, traitor!
Ow. Oh, come on. Yeah, the worms would chase people and steal health and give it to you, so Rogue comes out to surprise you, and nope, passive healing says otherwise. Ah. Oh, they're mind flayers. Interesting. I so vaguely remember the worms. I don't remember having that much trouble with it, but they were just... Death Knights were just hard to kill in general because they were basically tanks. I think a Blood Death Knight I could kill. Frost, I think, were definitely tanks. Unholy... Were Unholy tanks? Blood was definitely DPS.
For Ascalon!
Oh, okay. That's not fair that you hit me from, like, leagues away. Hate those. Frost was the main tank, and Unholy could be DPS or tank depending on the talent choices. That's what it is. Because I think Unholy had some, like, passive healing, and then Blood was, like, fully DPS. You know what? This guy would probably be easier if I upgraded my weapon first, because I think it gives me, like, almost 100 more damage to do per hit. Usually took a little from the Frost first couple talents and then took Unholy stuff. I don't remember what I did as a Blood Knight or a Death Knight when I played Death Knight. They're pretty annoying considering you're just there for the armor. A little bit of Fashion Souls, huh?
I will crush you!
It was better at keeping threats since it did better damage. Oh. Fashion Souls is honestly the true end game. Because in the end, it almost doesn't matter which armor you have, as long as you look good and you can roll, usually. I'm gonna come back here. Oh, here for fire armor. Gotcha. I missed the fire part. After Dark Souls 1, armor was kind of meh. Oh god, you're back here? I don't get why you get to just straight up bite me.
Gotcha!
I feel like I'm just getting out-mechanicked. Like, the game is just throwing things against me that I can't even do. It's not really... I was gonna say it's not really fair, but I mean, there are a lot of games that throw things against you that you can't do. But it's like other vampires are able to just bite me immediately, but I can't do that to them. Like, let me just straight up bite you, please.
Stupid newborn!
I wasn't even near that one.
Your prey is mine now! Don't you know better?
Just please end me. I have 0 health.
You're bleeding.
Oh my god. Why are you so awful? Oh. God, that was frustrating. Sure, can totally perform a non-fat roll. You're wearing some hefty armor, aren't you, buddy? One thing you loved in Dark Souls 2 is they have a pool of water nearby a boss entrance to give you fire resistance? Wait, what did a pool of water do for you in regards to fire resistance? I don't remember that. Man, enemy seems strong as hell right now. Wait, that is shadow fighting? I think it was like some kind of shadow, yeah. And they're super strong because they're like 10 levels above me right now. And again, the game likes to mechanic me. Like that. Despite me hitting them with a stun, they kill me instead. Who is the giant Vulcan and why were we fighting him? I don't know who he was. He was just a giant Vulcan, and I was trying to leave so I could go and upgrade my weapon and come back, but now I have to fight through everything. So I'm thinking about just running and looking at the Ascalon stuff. It made you wet, like dumping a bucket of water on yourself before going into a fire. Neat. on. I dodged out of that one.
You're mine.
I hate this guy. I hate this guy. I hate this guy. Also lowers your lightning resistance. Oh, that's good to know. How do I get out of here? Someone just get me out of here, please. I can't find Daddy's secret to me because he didn't really leave much of a secret. He just said, go where the grass is green and the trees are pretty in Paradise City. Got your armor. Time to get the ever-loving hell out of Dodge because this level is creepy. I'm so curious where you're at now. I really want to play Demon Souls. But it's a PlayStation exclusive, right? They don't have that on PC yet?
I cannot enter.
The vampire powers in this game are pretty darn cool. I'll agree with you. I would love to be able to have some of the powers that these vampires seem to have. That would be spectacular. I also need to play through Bloodborne.
Happy to help. Good
You
evening,
need to play
Dr.
Demon
Reed.
Souls, need to just win the lottery so you can play all the games? God, tell me about it.
Your...
Sadly, a PlayStation exclusive. Always. Maybe they'll release it on PC someday. What are you looking at? Stop that. You were in the Prison of Hope. The Prison of Hope, which is a creepy place. Interesting. Hey, Pup and Suds. How's the Broody Blood Boy simulator today? It's rough. It's very rough. I feel like I'm put between a rock and a hard place in the game, and I'm trying to get myself out of here. Ooh, aluminum part. Do I increase damage by 10% or blood absorption? I think I'm gonna go with the blood absorption.
I feel like reading.
Literally just leveled up and started progressing the story, and now they're throwing people that are like 10 levels above me at me, and it's very difficult. Why would I put myself in that position?
Good evening, Doc.
I'm a masochist.
I may have a look.
I wonder if it would have cross-platform? Maybe. A lot of places are going cross-platform these days, but I also kind of doubt it. Oh, okay. Can't go into Mother's room. Alright, so final weapon has been... Let's see. So that's 10%. That gives me 40% damage. Or 240 damage. Which will be almost 100 above what I had before. Or this, which will give me a little bit more blood points. Maybe the damage, actually, yeah. Oh, I thought I just bought aluminum parts. What did I buy? One of these give me aluminum parts. Lead plates. Oh, I probably just bought lead plates, didn't I? Ah. Silver forks will give me aluminum parts. Perfect. Actually, let's take a look at this boy. Need 2 more good handles and also aluminum parts. Okay. Silver equals aluminum. That's how they get you. That's how they get you. They start hawking these delicate, beautiful silver forks, and in reality, they're selling you like 10 cents of aluminum for you know,
Women die
$10.
war.
It's crazy.
Women's right to vote is only
Well,
the first step.
go.
Women of all
That's true. Exclusives do sell hardware. But I just bought a Switch. I can't buy a PlayStation 5. Not like you can get one right now, anyway.
Do you know where you are standing right now?
In front of the Ascalon Club, I presume.
The Ascalon Club only summons or ostracizes. What is your business tonight?
I received an invitation. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, then, Dr. Reed. Please proceed. Lord Redgrave is waiting on you upstairs. Welcome to the Ascalon Club.
What a greeting!
There has been quite a battle here.
A lot of dead bodies.
I'm sure the Ascalon Club has the money to replace the furniture.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they do too. History and purpose of the Ascalon Club. Ooh. Prepare for pomp? Oh, I am ready for pomp. The Ascalon Club is an association of gentlemen secretly aiming for the protection of the Crown's interests. I founded it in 1837 to honor and perpetuate the legacy of my maker, William Marshall, 1st Earl of Pembroke and true protector of England. All the members of the club must be of good extraction and flawless moral fiber. Since the club accepts mortal members who will be duly observed and valued as proper candidates for immortality, the goal of the club is to impose respectable traditions and behaviors amongst the good vampire society, but also to promote and expand the imperial hegemony of England. We are the true elite of British society. We are Ascalon, the holy lance shield by St. George's, protector of England when the saint slew the dragon. As lance-bearers ourselves, we vow to defend the Empire's interests. Good extraction? Question mark? What do you mean? Did I miss something? Nothing I can loot, huh? Oh, is this the back door? I think I just went outside. There we go. Game did not want to load. Yeah, I just went outside. Okay. Time to turn around. Oh. I missed extraction. I probably read it and didn't even realize I read it. I think they just mean, like, of good, like, manner, not upbringing, but, like, appropriate people. A good dagger. Oh, it does blood absorption. Alright, alright. Oh, I can upgrade this too. So... goes down by... 1.5? Roughly each time. I don't know if I get this one. What am I missing? Oh wow, that's a lot of people.
Locked.
All right, that door's locked. What's team backdoor? Is that a Critical Role reference? That's basically what I just assume Shadow does, is Critical Role references. Ooh. Key of the Ascalon Club's basement. This is why you always look around first, fellas. Okay, yeah. Haha. Do I know you or do I know you, Shadow? It sounded familiar. I'm sure I probably saw that episode. Unless it's new. Then I haven't seen that episode. Well, this isn't weird.
Good evening. We repel the intruders for now.
My good friends, if I may have your attention. Behold our visitor, the good Dr. Reed. Newborn of blood so pure and strong that even my friend Fergal Bansher was no match for him.
Here, here, here.
Come forward, young Ekon, for we have so much to discuss.
Can you just give me Mesmer level 5, please, so I can go
Welcome
kill
to the Ascalon
what's-his-face?
Club, Dr. Reed. I am Lord Redgrave, Earl of Bristol and chairman of this exclusive association.
Lord Redgrave.
At last we meet. I've been eager to make your acquaintance. I've heard some astounding things about you.
Like, 3
Please
sentences?
accept my condolences
Maybe?
for your loss, Dr. Reed.
Thank you, my lord. Lady Ashbury expressed your wish to meet me.
Yes. The lady has always been a useful acquaintance, though not always reliable. Is she a good friend of yours?
Hey, Lauren. Eat them all, become the Vampire King? God, I want to. How you doing, Lauren? They don't like women, so I'm gonna try and play along, even though I hate it.
She has proved to be helpful on many occasions.
The centuries have taught me never to trust a woman completely, especially if she's a
Ooh,
mortal.
cat pee. Love
Too
it.
prone to emotions, if you ask me. Too fickle when it comes to
Very happy
important
for you.
decisions.
How was the
My
experience?
lord,
How would you rate it? 10 out of 10?
Do not expect me to speak ill of Lady Ashbury.
Of course not, and I praise your loyalty. Would you offer the same fidelity to the Empire?
What do you mean?
I speak of
3
the
out of
Skull
10.
Plague
Oof.
that threatens London and the
That's
country.
rough.
You have been on the front line in the East End, but the time has come to open up a second front here.
The epidemic has escaped the quarantine. You have new cases of the outbreak.
We don't know for certain, but we cannot allow the disease to threaten the prominent heads of Great Britain.
Why have you asked me here?
Because the crisis is escalating. Our enemies, the Guard of Priwen, have even launched an open hunt. The only way to calm things down is to put an end to the epidemic.
You want me to find possible sources of the outbreak in the West End? Is that it?
Ah, straight to the point, like all eager newborns. We shall have time to talk about all this, Dr. Reed, but first, I should like to get to know you better.
Talk? Is that the only reason you asked me here?
Well, no. I also wanted to meet the intriguing Ekon, who made such a powerful progeny of his sister. You have not learned the name of your maker, am I correct?
It's of no concern of yours.
Have no embarrassment, Dr. Reed. We all make mistakes. But whatever your lineage, you are definitely Ascalon material.
What do you mean?
I would like you to become a member of the Ascalon Club.
Why am I
and to
zoomed
serve
in on
me
his
as such.
face?
Before I accept, I have so many questions.
What's going on?
Please ask.
What does it mean to be a member of the Ascalon Club?
It means that you swear to protect the interests of the Crown, that you become a loyal servant of the British Empire.
I mean, aren't I technically already? I was a soldier.
Do you have any official recognition from the government? A charter from His Majesty?
No,
the
I
King?
can't move it at all.
Of course, the Ascalon Club publicly supports the Empire, but the true nature of its members remains a secret.
It just, like, suddenly zoomed in, and that was it. Only 3 people showed up to book club, so we did crosswords after talking about the book. Oh, how did the discussion go? It sucks that only 3 people showed up.
Am I
Kick the
supposed
rest
to
of them
follow
out.
orders?
As founder and chairman of the club, I alone am entitled to make demands of our members, and I do appreciate obedience.
Really good. It was a great book. Good. I'm glad you enjoyed it, and everyone else did too, it sounds like.
What is the Ascalon Club's express purpose?
We follow the credo of William Marshall, the greatest knight who ever lived. As was he, we are sworn to protect the British Empire.
What does Ascalon mean?
Ascalon was the lance wielded by St. George, glorious patron saint of England when he slew the dragon. And like that lance, we pierce the hearts of all our nation's enemies.
William Marshall founded the Ascalon Club.
Not exactly. William Marshall granted me immortality, and I founded the club a few years later. The good knight has been gone for so long.
I killed Fergal, who claimed to be one of yours, sent to cleanse the East End of all Skulls. Will his death be an issue?
Do not worry. My priorities have changed. Fergal was a zealous servant of mine, but like any servant, he had his limitations and is readily replaced if necessary.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be the name of, like, some almighty, powerful vampire as well.
I agree to join the club.
This is good news. Good news indeed in these crucial times. Let's inform the Assembly formally and proceed with your initiation.
My initiation?
Fear not. Nothing fancy nor dangerous. It is just that we, the members of Ascalon, believe that tradition and custom are the backbone of this country.
Uh-oh. What weird, creepy stuff are they about to do?
My
do I have to do a line of
members,
ashes?
Dear friends, please gather and welcome this Ekon as one of our own.
Is he worthy? Is his blood pure?
Well, speak, Dr. Reed, in front of the most sacred blood.
Do you guys have matching jackets?
The blood of our beloved William Marshall. Speak now. Will you serve and protect the crown as he did?
This can only be
Yes.
weird blood sex magic? Yeah,
I will.
For sure.
Then, young Ekon, it is time to testify with your blood.
What do
It is
you
time
want
to
me-
sign the Book of Allegiance.
Oh, I just write my name in blood?
I know it's awfully gothic and a tad pedantic, but England's traditions are the backbone of our nation.
Ouch. Creep.
Delightful.
I didn't give you permission.
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reed. Take your place among the bearers of the lance.
One of us! One of us!
Do I get to spend the rest of the game just talking to all these people? Nope. Nope. Oh, I can talk to this guy.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. How does it feel to be this evening's centerpiece? Figuratively.
Oh, it's Aloysius Dawson. He had me sign my name in blood with a quill, and then he licked the blood off the edge of the pen. And it was disgusting. It was very creepy.
I feel perfectly fine. Do I have cause for concern?
Do not be alarmed. The Ascalon Club has a tried and tested policy for choosing its initiates.
May I ask who you are, sir?
Why would you be interested?
Well, as you seem to be the only man in the room with a beating heart, You draw quite a bit of attention yourself.
Ah, vampire senses never cease to fascinate me. They dwarf those of mere mortals. I am Aloysius Dawson, by the way.
Aloysius, not Aloysius. Although that also sounds like a very familiar reference to something. His tone is unsettling and you can't place what it is. It's that he's so cold. Cold and deadpan. They are a big group of nerds, yes, Lauren. This game is going cool places you weren't expecting at the beginning. This game is just off the rails to me. I have no idea where it's going.
Are you a member of the club?
Yes, I am. And I have been for many years. And will be until the day I die.
What can you tell me about it?
It's not really my place to give you such information. I am merely a mortal member. And a dying one at that.
Are you sick?
Personally, I consider my advancing years are a sickness in itself. My body is slowly abandoning me, Dr. Reed.
It's basically a text-to-speech bot for a voice. Almost robotic. It's got enough inflection in it to convince me. But then again, AI voices or bot voices are becoming better. Maybe they all just gather for weekly Vamp D&D nights. All the ceremony is just covered. Yeah, secretly they're all playing Castle Ravenloft or the Curse of Strahd. Except they're doing the reverse.
Are you not afraid? You are surrounded by vampires.
Sir, it's for that very reason that I joined the club in the first place.
Oh, we love D&D here. Well, we all partake in D&D in one form or another. I would say I am on loose terms with D&D just as a game. I love the idea of D&D. I love tabletop RPGs. I've just gotten very burned out on D&D. So D&D and I are taking a break. They just don't want anyone to know they're nerds. Do you know how many people would make fun of them for playing D&D in 1918?
Is not the nature of this club a secret shared by only a privileged few?
My dear Dr. Reed, I have spent years and a fortune precisely to gather that kind of information.
So you asked for membership?
I have been a member of many clubs in many countries. But I must admit, this one is my favorite.
You're a text-based role player? How do you mean? You played D&D once and apparently made a beast character accidentally? How do you accidentally make a character? I'm so interested. Did you just like roll dice and let that choose for you?
What can you tell me about Lord Redgrave?
I would not dare speak of our chairman without his consent.
Mr. Dawson, of Dawson and Dawson.
First rule of D&D Club, don't talk about D&D Club.
It is a pleasure to meet such a prominent figure of London.
A withering London figurehead, to be precise.
Are you sick, Mr. Dawson? I am a doctor, you know.
My case is beyond the scope of traditional medicine. I have spent fortunes on the world's most competent doctors to arrive at that diagnostic conclusion.
I'm sorry to hear that, sir. Should I suppose that you're here in search of some form of immortality?
Absolutely not. I'm here to implement my plan to save the city I was born in. To cast out the ghastly evil that has us all on our knees.
Interesting. So, what did you and your beast character end up doing, Emmy? I would love to hear more about this character that you accidentally rolled. That sounds awesome. Anytime, so Varian said anytime actually roll for stats, you always roll stupid well. You rolled 3 16s for your last character. Varian, can I please have your luck? Anytime I roll for stats, I get garbage. Awful stats, always. DMs feel bad for me and they let me re-roll until I get good stats. So I usually just go for point buy or standard array. First rule of D&D Club is don't talk about D&D Club. Call it the Ascalon Club instead. Perfect.
What is the situation like in this part of town?
I am sure Lord Redgrave will enlighten you more effectively than I.
Don't give me the option if you're not going to talk to me
What
about
do you
it.
know about the Guard of Priwen?
I should not say this, but I admire their commitment. This is what the nation needs right now.
You actually asked to lower a stat because you had rolled an 18? Lord.
But they are our enemies.
They are not mine, Dr. Reed.
Would you help them?
No. There is a time for such methods. But brute force will not be enough to fight this plague. We have to think differently.
I would love to roll an 18.
Money cannot solve every problem. This mysterious epidemic is going to require more than money can buy.
You're right. Money is nothing unless one has the will to wield it. I have a plan, sir. A radical one that will save all that is essential in London.
What is your plan, then?
Quarantine and barricades are futile. What we need is a wall. A formidable, unscalable wall to isolate the deserving from the infected masses.
But that would segregate the rich from the poor, would it not? It would be unjust.
Our only course of action must be to save England. And to save England, we have to make sacrifices.
Are you not mistaking sacrifice for summary execution?
Why do you care? Are you not a vampire? Removed from all mortal concerns? Decisiveness is what the city needs, and it needs it now.
It's always some kind of wall guy. These guys and their walls, man. I would 100% eat him. Without a doubt. Your rolls online are the inverse, just constant burning trash. My rolls in general, Varian, are just constant burning trash. I get like maybe one good roll when I don't need it, and usually everything else is just terrible. Ask Lauren. She didn't believe me until she started playing more games with me, and it was depressing. Meanwhile, me over here just trying out Burnout Paradise on the Switch. Oh, how is that on the Switch, Eternal? It was fun on PC. Found out here always trying to build a wall. Right, Pup and Suds? Oh no, not another wall guy. These wall people. The masculine urge to build a wall. Walls do not solve everything. Can we not learn from the Berlin Wall? The Great Wall of China? The wall around the United States that could not be brought off the ground? Like, come on. To save England, we must sacrifice all of our labor, all of our farmers, everyone who gives us the power and money that we have. We will just kill them all. Yep. Good song reference, Shadow. I dig my hole, you build a wall. Also, I realized I don't think we ever played tabletop RPGs together. I think we played one. I think we've played one before with Racken and Random. Bruno might have been there. It was like a quick... I thought it was you and Racken were the DMs. I think you were co-DMing with each other. You're just starting, it seems. You're just starting it. Seems okay so far. You always meant to pick it up. Figured a cheap used copy on a new Switch was as good an excuse as any. Yeah. I mean, it's always good to have a nice racing game to play whenever you want. Yeah. I think it was going to be a little bit more than a one-shot, but then we only ever stuck with just the one session, unfortunately. I remember, I think it was my buddy Jesse that was playing with us was playing a very stupid character and like punched down a cave wall to get to me to save me or something. It was ridiculous.
That went well, did it not? It is always useful to bolster the troops' morale, especially before a difficult battle.
You have the makings of a general, my lord.
I was, though very long ago. Well, not quite a general, but a proud defender of the crown.
So why did you really want to meet me?
Straight to the point again, young Ekon. All right, let's talk, you and I, Lance Sparrow.
I'm listening, my lord.
According to my spies, you have worked with Dr. Edgar Swansea on the epidemic, and your findings were quite alarming.
Yes, it was the Tomb of Midas. I remember that because we fought a mimic that turned things to gold. And I think almost turned a player to gold and might have saved. I don't quite remember. But we didn't get to the boss because we had a problem player. Well, I'm glad it wasn't my friend, because he's pretty good at D&D. It was someone who was actively trying to hurt the party. Lie tried luring y'all into a trap. I vaguely remember who was with us. I know Random was with us. But I don't remember who else it was. But I do vaguely remember having someone like almost actively trying to hurt us toward the end, if I remember right.
Do you know Edgar Swansea?
Not personally, but I've been told he has some sort of immortal fetish and is a good friend of yours.
Does it bother you that I consider him my good friend?
As long as you reveal nothing of the club's inner workings, why should I forbid you engaging in conversation with the good Dr. Swansea?
You are spying on me?
Not personally. I rarely leave this building. But once he found you, Fergal kept me informed. Until you put an end to his mission.
Who was Fergal? I don't see him sipping tea with the others in the club.
Fergal Banshire was my squire of sorts. Even before becoming that magnificent beast, he was a brute. He served me well for decades.
No, I mean, what was he? He was clearly no ordinary vampire.
No, he was a Volcod. All muscles and instinct. Quite the rare breed. Ferociously territorial. Mortals often mistake them for werewolves.
You do know I killed him?
Yes.
Will you bear ill will towards me for his death?
Of course not. Your victory was quite impressive and courageous. You earned my respect.
But yeah, you're okay with an evil character, but also keep in mind you're playing with others. I remember making you all paranoid of rocks because of Grax. Oh yeah! I vividly remember the Grack one because you led us down like a hallway that like spiraled, and at the very end was like nothing, and then we were ambushed by Grax, and I think I almost died. I was playing I think a dragonborn fighter that was supposed to be like super dexterous and stuff, and I kept failing all like my dexterous flips and rolls and stuff like that. Oh, good times. Good times. Good times.
Yes, I'm convinced the recent invasion of frenzied Scals in London is directly linked to the epidemic. This is not the Spanish flu, but something else.
I would be glad to hear more of your discoveries, Dr. Reed, but for now, my main concern is the security of London's inhabitants, both mortal and immortal.
What do you mean?
Alarmed by the epidemic, the Guard of Priwen has started a war against us British vampires. To appease the situation, we must eradicate the Scals.
I have met peaceful and wise Scals. To exterminate them means we are no better than vampire hunters.
Scals are hideous, shameful creatures that give all Ekon a bad name.
So, what do you want me to do?
I want you to investigate the city thoroughly. I have reason to fear there are cases of contagion in this part of town. Our absolute priority is to find and cleanse them.
And how would you like me to proceed?
By all means necessary, Dr. Reed. You are now a member of the Ascalon Club, and you have carte blanche. Interrogate the locals, follow all the leads you find, and get results.
Is that level 4 or level 5? I think it's level 4. Ask locals about possible sources of infection in the West End. Lord Redgrave wants me to use all my medical knowledge to pinpoint and stop all the possible sources of infection in the West End. He seems very worried that the epidemic might spread wealthier boroughs, spread to wealthier boroughs of London, thus raising the chance of infecting Britain's elite. I will attempt to root out the cause of the infection. Believe I should start by interrogating all the local inhabitants I find to gather all possible information about any unusual activities related to the epidemic in the vicinity. Level 4. Dang. You had so many useless hallways and you guys just started hitting any rocks that you walked by and you would all ask if did I kill it? And you would say, I don't know, you definitely hit that rock real hard. Needless rock violence. We might have been a little prejudiced against the rocks. I'll admit my past follies. However, these days I love rocks. Got it, so these guys are super elitist. Yep, super elitists. They just want to protect the elite, which will do them no good, because what happens when you don't have a workforce, but you know. See, I've learned my ways. Dwayne is very nice. Okay. So there's a basement. That this door? Yeah. All right. Oh. On the recreational use of blood. Well, the game runs fine so far. I didn't have any major issues on the first little race other than the obvious screen size thing. I mean, I have a Switch Lite. The screen is small. Yep, there's a reason why I went for the OLED Switch for the slightly larger screen, because I can't do small screens anymore. I don't know how I ever played on a DS. So constantly move. He has to make sure. Try that again, Varian. So constantly move, he has to make song to make sure he adequately told everyone you're welcome. And before innocent citizens chained in the basement as feeding sources. That's what I was expecting. Says the guy with the tiniest phone. I don't play games on my phone, I just read. Text messages. You're cheap and the Switch Lite is perfectly fine for your needs. No, no arguments for me. As long as you're happy. Don't be prejudiced against the rock. I'll try. As Ascalon members, we always tend to respect etiquette. We are, in all ways, members of the good society, sometimes recognized as public figures. We do not find our delight in orgies and bloodbath like our adversaries assert we do, and if one of us were caught in such caricatured and immoral act, he would receive the appropriate opprobrium. But what about the blood? What about its recreational use? How could we deny the ecstasy, the vermilion... Oh, I'm thinking, Viridian. Vermilion is red, Viridian is green. Vermilion ambrosia brings us, and what else could we toast with, as any good fraternity should? To answer this delicate question, the law of conduct inside the club goes as follows. As long as the original mortal vessel is not brought inside our walls, each member is allowed to drink whatever he wants, for his own usage or to share it with friends. Drink what you want, deal the way you want with the original vessel, but never inside the club, unless I personally authorize it on some special occasion, of course. No orgies, sorry Shadow. I know that's what you were really looking for. Yeah, there's just nothing down here. So constantly nice, he had to make sure he adequately told everyone you're welcome. Oh, I gotcha. Calluses on your fingers and autocorrect will mix well. I hear you. I've had to erase my autocorrect history a few times because it was horrible to me.
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, then, Dr. Reed.
I could just prop it up on a stand, cinch up nice and close, and use my little 8-bit DOE light controller if you wanted the proper Switch experience. That's true. You could also get like a clear glass pane and put it on 2 blocks while you lay on your bed and play with the Joy-Cons.
I think Lord Redgrave just suggested I was sired by an ancient vampire.
Only the first step. Women die too in this war.
Good evening, Miss.
And good evening.
Okay.
I'm investigating the source of the epidemic in this district. Have you noticed anything unusual recently?
A few days ago, I spotted a strange house while campaigning for women's suffrage. Awful smell. No answer when I knocked.
Where is it?
It's the Mullaneys, a nice family who live in a big house near the park.
Always
in
near the
eastern
park.
part of this neighborhood.
Who is our blood daddy?
Goodbye, Charlotte.
That is a good question.
Give my best regards to your mother when you see her.
She's been quite bit.
Is Jonathan really shocked by that at this point? Considering he's new, probably.
Anything suspicious recently?
There's
Good
always a
evening,
bigger
old chap.
blood daddy. I want
Are
to meet
you
my
alright?
blood daddy.
I won't lie to you.
What do you mean? You're recovering. You're good.
I'm investigating the source of the epidemic in this district. Can you help me?
Infection
Hey,
is
Lawful.
everywhere these days. But if you ever go to the park near that swanky house belonging to the Mullaneys,
Yes? What about the Mullaneys? What about their house?
not enough noise for a big family with children. Not enough movement. Closed doors. What is going on in there? I wonder.
Alrighty.
You need some rest.
Okay, so I gotta ask. I have Better Twitch TV installed. I have it enabled. I have everything, as far as I know, set up the way I need to. Why does Better Twitch TV's emotes not show up in my chat? Is there a setting or something that I'm missing somewhere?
Good evening, Dr.
I may...
Do you have anything I need? Don't.
It's locked. It's locked.
Need to talk to you.
Good.
I'm investigating the source of the epidemic in this
Is he
district.
gonna tell me about the Mullaneys
Have
as
you
well?
noticed anything unusual?
Not really. Wait, now that you mention it, I don't see the McPhersons in my favorite restaurants. They love delicate meals too, you understand.
Thank you. It may be nothing, but I'll investigate anyway.
I have to add
Where do
them.
they live?
They have a house in the southern part.
How do I
of
go
the
about
district,
adding them?
Somewhere north of the railway bridge. There is a courtyard, if I remember rightly.
Goodbye.
All right, so the McPhersons. I don't think I've talked to anyone else yet, have I?
Remember, don't let any strangers come into your house.
It's locked.
Have you noticed
Those are the
anything
only two
suspicious?
associated with my channel. Is that... That's Bruce! That's Bruce's stuff. Musician Duck, yeah! Yep, so when you go to BTTV, you can browse emotes and click the ones you want, and then click Add to Channel. Hold on. This is important, guys. Oh. Add the channel. I see. I see. Didn't it used to just be that having the browser installed would just let it work? Now you have to actually go through and add everything? Where's browse? Hold on, I'll find browse. Browse will work. You have 3 different browse variants on yours. I like capital BRO, lowercase WS browse. That one's fun. Ideally, I'd build up more of a Switch library over time. Right now, I just have Link's Awakening, Burnout Paradise, and a gifted downloaded copy of Pokemon Legends Arceus. Ooh, that's nice. Good for you. But then you have to reload the stream to get the ones on your channel. Oh, and you only get 15 on yours, and then there are some that are global. Okay, so the Pepe stuff is global. Gotcha. Oh, and things like Forever Alone, and okay, I see. All right, well, I will have Browse and Bongo Cat and Pop Cat. I'll have all those. Oh, yeah. I gotta do eyes. And I guess I'll do Keku. Or whatever that's supposed to be. EYESS. There you go. Hey! At the top of the list are me, Superbia, and Lawful as having those on your channel. That's funny. Anyway. Alright, so we'll have those extra little emotes now. I could have sworn that Better Twitch TV used to be just having the add-on installed made it work. I didn't realize it was ever changed that you actually had to add them to your channel. Or maybe I am just thinking of all the global ones. I guess I'm thinking of the global ones.
Why are vampire hunters sniffing around here? I need to find out what they're after.
Leech is fast! Crush the leech, boys!
That makes sense that there would be limitations to people just uploading hundreds of stuff. Hundreds of emotes. It's far too many emotes.
I cannot enter.
But so many good ones. So many clever ones. Yeah, because then you could upload anything and immediately go to someone else's channel and spam images they might not want. That's fair. That's very clever that they changed that. Or that they made it the way that it is. That makes sense. That makes perfect sense. You're gonna die first. Oh my god. My claws went right through him and it did not hurt him. That upgrade saw is doing work. Yeah, right? So much damage. So much damage. And then hopefully next stream, which will be tomorrow at 5 p.m. Pacific, hopefully I will have my stream element stuff working. I don't know why they're not working today. Chat's not working. Notifications aren't working. It's weird. Have either of you seen anyone else who's having that issue? Wait, what did you learn getting sheriff shot with no sus? Alright, Eternal, you have a good night. Enjoy the rest of it, whatever you happen to do. If you play a little bit more video games. Ow. No, you don't think anybody's ever had problems with stream elements? Yeah, I don't know why. For some reason, it's just not picking up the browser source. And I'm wondering if maybe it's because I need to update OBS? I don't know. Oh, you had no sus on you and got boinked by the sheriff. Oh, that sucks. I hate it when that happens. Time to out them as a, Oh, this is where I'm supposed to go. Time to out them as a awful sheriff.
This woman's body has multiple lacerations. They're deep, too. Whoever did this was driven by rage.
Oh, that's no fun. I hate it when people specifically target you in things just because you're you. Like, a lot of times when I play competitive games with people, especially like on stream, or viewers, I have found myself often subject to them targeting me. And taking me out first. And it really sucks. Because it happens all the time.
He had his tongue removed and his eyes gouged out. He was a victim of brutal torture.
But it was the pre-wins, huh? You'd target me as deputy in them handcuffs. Well, at least you wouldn't be killing me. Wait, aren't they fuzzy handcuffs too? They are fuzzy handcuffs. This person's not dead. Yeah, it's Among Us.
You thought I was dead too, didn't you? No, I was just pretending. Doris told me I could have been a great actress.
You killed your family.
They mocked my talent. Ah!
Alright, well, first and foremost, get shadowed.
I've never seen such a radical mutation.
Oh. I always forget about that.
A new stage in the disease's evolution?
They always explode on me. Well... Oh, shocking. Dear Elsa, it's with the greatest joy that I confirm with this letter your acceptance as a private student, into my acting school. The little scene you had the kindness to perform for me last week convinced me that you have what it takes to be a real actress. Wit, stature, and courage. As a private student, you'll receive my personal training and coaching. During these intense sessions, you'll be invited to stay at the school, since I strongly believe in total immersion to expose the full potential of my students. So please remember to bring night attire and anything you may need to spend a week at my school. Yours sincerely, Doris Fletcher.
This girl took lessons at the famous Doris Fletcher acting school.
Browse. They do always explode on me. Just ask anyone. I make them explode real quick. Get shadowed? You're gonna say that whenever you get with a guy?
Lead spotted! Watch out, boys! Stay back, Die,
Shadow, I definitely want you to just yell at people, "Get shadowed!" anytime you get with someone. That's incredible. That's a great catchphrase. Okay, so these other peoples are this way. Gosh darn it, guys. I'm trying to be good. Everyone loves a post-coital catchphrase. Is that what mine is going to be? I make them explode real quick? I feel like that's a pre-coital catchphrase. I am. I'm trying to be good. I'm trying so very hard. You glance back at that to see post-coital catchphrase.
Support the equality between men and women.
That building is under quarantine. Could this be what I'm looking for?
Probably. And the way around is this way, maybe. I'm a dandy. There you go. All right, everyone. What are your post-coital catchphrases? Stop it! Lawful in the lawful in the streets, chaotic in the sheets. Let's go. Like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. Oh, gross. Oh, that's awful, and I love it. God, that's such a mouthful. That's what she said. You want me to grab you a Gatorade? Electrolytes, it's good for you. You're probably very dehydrated. I love that yours is gonna be, you want me to grab you a Gatorade. I'm sorry, they have spitters? Vomiters? I mean, purring or giggling doesn't count, so that was great. See you next week. Well, unless you're a cat, I don't think purring's gonna work for you anyway. It's not inaccurate. Look at Varian over here being such a kind post-coital person. Yo, you want a Gatorade? I'm about to go get one. You need one? I think you need a little Gatorade. Mine is thanks for attending my TED Talk.
I have this.
If it's good enough, you can get someone to purr.
Blood.
Guess I have a new life goal. Now I want a new one. I need a new one. I don't like I make them explode real quick. No, that's not good. Oh. Remarkable pump action shotgun? Heck, yes. She tricked me. I love you. Effing pathetic pig. Oh my god, what is happening? 112% completion. Steel Soul intercore speed run. Let's go. Oh my god. Hollow Knight reference. I got that one. Well, that wasn't nearly as disastrous as last time. Oh good. I get to fight them both. Hey, stand still. Wow. Stand still. Let me bite your neck. And get away from her. All right, perfect. Oh, wait, are we talking about after after daddy session? I am learning so many things about you guys tonight. Disastrous. Oh my. Not really a phrase for afterwards, but I do it sitting down. God. You guys are just giving yourselves pre, current, and post. All these phrases. Do what sitting down? It. Sitting, presumably. Both. Whatever needs doing. So what do you want to do for the other 55 minutes? I've got you for the hour tonight, right? Darling, thank you for the precious perfume in the fur coat. Can't wait to feel your hands on my shivering skin. Only you, my hero, can make me feel that desired. Please come back to me soon, for I'm dying to press my timid bosom to your chest again. Yes, my beloved, my precious, come back to me, and I promise you a night of eternal and unbridled passion. Right now, I'm wearing nothing but your last gifts. Oh yes, I'm burning for you, and I can't wait for you to share my untamable lust. Your devoted Doris Fletcher.
So the husband had an affair with Doris Fletcher.
Doris Fletcher giving everyone the sickness. What? Boom goes the dynamite. Awesome. I mean, a good one is, well, you're a keeper.
Doris Fletcher seems to be
I can't say that
here.
Well, I mean, I'm only with one person, so I could say that right now. But I can't say that to everyone, can I? No. Oh my god, it's Victorian 50 Shades. No, this is the pickup line that leads to the coyness. Oh, so you want to check out my bionicles? Yeah, the range on these phrases so far indicates to me that a majority have actually been said. Well, gonna clip Cody saying that. Clip me saying what? You want to check out my bionicles? I don't have my bionicles anymore.
Women's right to vote is only the first step.
Look, I'm just, I was just practicing for when I finally read the Lusty Argonian Maid. Clearly. That's all I was doing. Yay, this door's been unlocked. Well, that was great. But have you tried D&D? So now that that's over with, do you have time to talk about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ? still waiting on that? I know. Matt and I really need to sit down and do that one of these days. I'm chaining you to this bed for the rest of your life, sorry. Also a good one. Oh, God. Emmy, should we be concerned? Should I be alerting the police? Do you have someone trapped in your basement?
I cannot enter.
We're just gonna avoid that Volcoid. Your favorite post-coital catchphrase is, "Stop! You violated the law! Serve your sentence and pay your fine. Your stolen goods are now forfeit."
Lord, give us strength! Have no fear, brother!
Well, someone really likes to get screwed over in Elder Scrolls games. She's gotta go full Imperial Guard on that. Down bad for chat. Alright, I like that name. That's a good name. I accept that one. I don't have a basement, but I do have a room under the stairs. Wanna be Harry Potter? Always have to... Now that this is done, does that look like a mole? Or does that mole look alright to you? Rose. No. No. I feel like I need to be contacting someone for these comments that Emmy is making. That spring has ranged. See, this is why I don't need ranged anymore. I just leap to him.
It's locked, all right.
All right. Find a way into the theater. Wonder if there's a way over here. Can't leave a key to ropes. Oh my god.
It's locked.
Oh, don't worry. I am far from any sort of innocent or what's a good word? I'm quite jaded to that kind of humor.
Leech spotted! Watch out! No rest for the wicked. Christ, he's dead!
Oh, rough. Ooh, the Icar's threat? Interesting. Alright, so access around this way has been opened. Not a rope or cuff girl. Silk ties are very interesting. I bet they're better on the wrists. Rope sounds too abrasive.
There's an open window on the second floor. I should be able to get in through that.
Sure. This is new. Usually you're the one being bonked for lewdness. Yes, usually you are. That's what I should get. I should get a bonk emote of some kind. I'll show you my Icarus thread. Ugh. Gross. Gross. That's why you gotta use soft material for them, so you're told. Yeah, you haven't figured this out before, Varian?
Woe to you, nations of hypocrites. For in front of you stands the tall queen.
Can that be Doris Fletcher's voice? Where does it come from?
She's projecting. It comes from the diaphragm. I always forget that they explode. Pinky bonks you all the time? Kinky. Bonk sticks for chat? Well, I found her, and I have a feeling I'm not going to enjoy this boss fight. London, 17th of August, 1918. I saw her in the flesh. The witch from my childhood nightmares. The one that tortured me for years. I saw her and I shivered. Voice, her face. I knew she was in that hospital. I knew she was sick, and I wanted to witness her suffering. I may have reinvented myself, become a famous actress, erased those wicked years from my memory. Can't forget that I'm her daughter. When I saw her frail body in that small bed, suffering, sick, defeated, I had to hide my tears, for she was looking at me. She recognized me. She saw the hate in my eyes. She smiled. My pale corpse of a mother. And the worst thing was that I felt no satisfaction seeing her in so much pain. The worst was not to suddenly remember the beatings and the abuse. No. The worst was to recognize the hate I felt in my heart when she looked at me, for it was the same hate I saw in hers. For in the end, I can't escape being her daughter. We are the same, my mother and I. There's a bonk and there's a bonk. You don't get boinked. Bonkin' and boinkin'. They're both fun. They're both good times. Chat is too far gone. Chat is devolved. This is what happens when you don't have mods to keep the peace. Feel like the doctor would benefit from learning to throw a spear? Potentially. I need more things that do not use blood, however. Oh! Suck it! Stopped him in his tracks before he could kill me. That was awesome. Oh, that was so good. This is a tame chat, very peaceful. Oh, you didn't know that? This is dope power? Yeah, there is literally a blood spear power. Usually this is a tame chat. I don't know what's going on tonight. You guys are a little thirsty. You guys need some blood? You need your blood daddy to give you some blood? Oh my god, I just saw Varian's message. Nope, and you never had to be very thankful you climb as a hobby when your mom saw a bundle of rope in your room. Varian. You dog.
I cannot enter.
You don't know how to answer that? We learned the thirst from Vamp Daddy Jonathan. I blame Cody for reading that saucy letter. Was it my acting skills or just the fact that I read the letter? That's the real question. Don't lie to me. I need this. I need the validation, even if you don't validate me. We thirst Eternal. Eternal's not here. Eternal went to bed. You wouldn't say no to me reading a bedtime story? I actually did upload...
It's locked, all right.
For Halloween, I uploaded some horror stories. Or rather, classic horror stories, so they're not that scary. But they're kind of like bedtime stories. I would love to do more.
Who are you? You who dared enter my realm. Are you here to worship or mock me?
I'm here to put an end to the vampire epidemic, Miss Fletcher.
Ah. But Doris Fletcher is no more. She was consumed by this putrid flesh that now enshrouds her.
You feel anger for what happened to you. But I can help you. I'm a doctor, Miss Fletcher.
Doris Fletcher is no more. All that remains are the dreams of the queen she was, and the queen she'll be. Until then, all shall die, for that was her final wish. Your blood here and obey, for your queen commands you. On guard.
Hey lady, I could use some blood. Thank you.
Behold, Kinslayer, the disgrace of she whose beauty was once renowned. Will she be the queen
Oh,
again once
gross.
they all
Put that thing
share her
away. There are
fate?
children here. Oh my god.
Blade shall pierce the villainous heart.
Oh, all right. This. Yep, I sure love it when stuff. All right. You lived on your own at that point, to be fair, and she sort of just came by unannounced. Bad habits she used to have that's gotten better since you live further away. You mean you think the clip is very self-evident? Look, I have terrible imposter syndrome. So if genuinely stuff like that would be something y'all would be interested in, I would be more than happy to oblige.
Your blood will be mine. I smell your fear. Your hand is shaking. On guard.
The lunge in this game is stupid.
Behold, Kinslayer, the disgrace of she whose beauty was once renowned. Will she be the queen again once they all share her fate? My blade here and obey, for your queen commands you.
Just kill me. Thank you. You have a friend where her mom came across her stash. Mom was less than pleased. Ooh, doo. Ooh, ee. So yeah, at least nothing overt. You would die if that happened to you. Put that thing back where it came from, or so help me. Boom, boom, boom. She slaps hard. She is 10 levels above me. This is going to be a difficult fight. I should probably stop now because it's past 10.
Your blood will be mine.
And because this game loves to do stuff like that to me. This game loves to, when I dodge out of the way, something still hits me. The hitboxes in this game just need slight tweaking, just slightly better. Do I turn into a vampire past 10? I do. And if I stay up too late, then I start to get thirsty and I require flesh and blood to sustain me.
Woe unto thee, son of Babylon! On guard!
What the crap?
Touché, sir. Arise and save your queen, my slaves. Ha! I smell your fear. On guard. Your hand is shaking. Touché, sir. Hear and obey for your queen. I smell your fear. Your hand is shaking. My blade shall pierce your villainous heart, dark prince. Touché, sir. On guard. I smell your fear. Behold, Kinslayer, the disgrace of sheep. Beauty was once renowned. Will she be the queen again once they all share her fate? My children, my beloved, die for the love of
Oh my
me.
god, she summoned so many people.
Woe unto thee, son of...
And she takes reduced damage after half health. Yeah, attacks do kind of lock on, and it's really obnoxious. With her, I have to dodge to the right at the start. Trillian's got the thirst. Oh, I was hoping he would be the mouse? Which mouse? Like Gus Gus?
Your blood will be mine. Touché, sir. On guard.
Blood pudding. I don't think I've ever had it.
Your hand is... Come to me, my servants. Avenge me. My blade, I smell your fear.
Please leave me alone, lady. I'm glad that I have immunity when I'm feeding, though.
Your hand is... Behold, Kinslayer, the disgrace of sheep.
Oh, she was doing her transformation. Gosh darn it. I didn't even realize it. Yes, always Gus Gus. Yeah, Gus Gus, the mouse from Cinderella. Yeah, Gus Gus. By the way, how does vampirism do that? It's a mix of the vampirism with the Spanish flu, I guess. I know I can do this fight.
Your blood will be mine. I smell your feet.
Mechanically, it seems super easy.
On guard. Your hand is shaking.
But she is kind of...
Slayer, the disgrace of sheep. Beauty was once renowned.
Wow, really?
Will she be the queen again once they all share her fate? Arise and save your...
Jeez.
Wait. I beg you, wait.
What?
I don't want to die.
And I
God.
did not come to kill you, Miss Fletcher.
You look awful, ma'am.
Will you spare me then? Save this cadaverous carcass of mine. Does your heart beat a little faster now? You fancy me then, Doctor?
No, Miss Fletcher. My dead heart will beat for only one.
That's this game, man.
Is she pretty?
I don't know
Is
how
she
this one went
sweet
so
and
easy this
tender?
time.
To me, yes.
I hate her already.
I know. And this is partly why you must be destroyed.
But you just said...
That I did not come here to kill you, yes. But I realize now the threat you embody must be stopped.
Will I be remembered? Will you?
You were Doris Fletcher, the greatest actress of her generation. No one can take that from you.
Thank you. And farewell.
Wow. Lady, you're gonna set this whole place on fire.
Farewell, Doris.
She was spreading the
Bravo!
plague.
So dramatic.
So
I
go
love
ahead.
it.
McCullum.
How strange I seem to find you whenever I'm inquiring about that Skal infestation.
I mean you no harm.
I'm not here for you. But once I've put all the pieces of the puzzle together, I'm sure we'll have a little chat, you and me.
Stay away from me, McCullum. You and all your war dogs.
That I can't guarantee, Dr. Reed. But I'll let you go. For now.
I should probably leave the theater right now.
Death on stage is the achievement I just got. Theater people always so dramatic. Also, that is the fastest death by fire you've ever seen, right? I mean, I get that she's like a vampire and maybe weak to it.
Safe now. But London is not. It would be wise to benefit from the Ascalon's protection while I continue my research during the Great Hunt.
God, I can't believe I had such struggle with that, and then all of a sudden it was just like, and she's dead. I wonder if it'll be that easy to take out that Volkoid in the sewers.
These people want
It's
me
locked.
dead. I need to leave now.
All right, escape the theater. And
So Doris
we're
just
good.
needed to be close to her audience to infect them. Contagion through skin. Very disturbing.
Can't let you through. Last warning, sir.
Last warning, sir. Last warning. Not the theater! Anything but the theater. It's locked. Okay. Down and around the corner here, I can get back into the west end. I am just gonna feed on this guy real quick. Just gonna chomp, chomp, chomp.
I'll send you.
Stupid vampire. Still going? I just want to get back to my house, so that way I have like the save checkpoint basically, and then I will be done for the night. And I think what I will probably do, because of how the quest system seems to work in this game, I will probably look up the location of where I need to go in that park. Oh, I've got 9,000 experience. It's about time for me to level again, I think. I'm gonna try and do these side quests, and if I can, and then I will probably look up the locations of where I need to go to complete a couple of these side quests. So like this one, finding my father's testament. Emily's house, I think I can get in now. I just gotta talk to Venus. And the restaurants. Because, like I said, they don't make it easy. But... oh, also, I did get a sword. Remarkable saber, 140. Let's look at that real quick. So that'll be 210, which I think is only 30 less than what I currently have, and I haven't even increased the damage or anything. It seems like it might be a better version of this. This is 15 and 20, that is 10 and 20. So it's faster and the same stamina. Yeah, I think the saber is going to be what I'll need to upgrade to. That sounds great. I should also probably start looking at more of those ranged weapons, because I have not used them at all. Anyway, I am going to call that the end of the stream for tonight. Before things get any more out of hand. You crazy kids. Let's see. Who is still going tonight? I want to see if there's anyone I can raid. Let's see. You know what? Kate is doing some code names, and she's got a couple people in hers. So let's go give Kate a good raid, because Kate deserves it. Kate's a wonderful being. Thank you all so much for hanging out. I do greatly appreciate it. I love you guys so much, and I always have so much fun getting to hang out with you guys and listen to the shenanigans you come up with. So I really appreciate everyone sticking around and hanging out tonight. I will see you all tomorrow at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard for some Among Us with other streamers, and then Friday we're gonna jump back into Vampyr. But until then, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, be kind to yourselves, be kind to each other, stay hydrated, and I'll see you all on the next adventure. Bye.
Well, no, I don't want to force you to be Spy Master every time.
It was a really bad idea.
I actually like being Spy Master. You like being Spy Master? If you want to be Spy Master, go for it.
I believe in you, Nova.
Nova sucker. Can't wait.
I'm not the one that I should be calling you guys suckers.